Hello. I'm waiting. I'm trying to find the video. Well, I tried to ask Brittany what time it was, but she's going to get pancakes. Sunday, 9 a.m. Sunday morning in the U.S. It's 9 a.m. This is your United States wake-up call, right? So, I have no one on here. Maybe one person. It's probably me, right? I have no one on here. The US might be sleeping still. I always like to do my work anyway when everyone's asleep because I feel like it's in between worlds, right? Like on UK time, like it's like I'm in between worlds. And I can do my work, and then by the time everyone gets up, I'm already done for the day. Hi. Good, we have Lynn on here. I was just saying how the world might be asleep still right now because I'm on UK time, so it's like 2 p.m. here. Brittany just told me it's 9 a.m. where she is, so people still might be sleeping, but I wanted to go on a little rant about retrograde because I see a lot of lessons that come with it. We had to understand that any kind of retrograde is it's an upgrade, right? It's an activation of sorts. So we see a lot of crazy stuff happening astrologically. Like this year we had so many retrogrades and so many eclipses, and these are things that are helping push along our ascension and are helping, you know, upgrade humanity. So we're in Mercury retrograde. I had someone, so I'm banned, just in case people don't know, I'm Facebook banned, so I'm still posting in my groups. And so I'm taking the opportunity to do more office work, which I kind of hate. So I'm in my galactic group and I see this kid on there that had banned me, and we have a you can't be in our group if you ban the admin policy. So I went to block them and I saw that they had messaged me, and I never see a lot of my messages. They had messaged me a few weeks ago, and this was someone that had very publicly attacked me on Facebook, and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, and you know, I without thinking, like, banned them from the group. I ended up having, like, a half an hour conversation with them, and they're like, I'm so sorry, and I was like, I don't believe you. I was like, I just don't believe you. You know, like, so I see a lot of people are going to have lessons coming back, right? This is someone from, like, a year ago I haven't talked to. I said, I'm cool. I don't really need friends like that. I'm very grateful that I went through that experience, though, because it really showed me who my friends were. And, you know, all the fake people left when that happened, right? All the fake people left. So it created some drama, and the universe used that lesson to remove a lot of people from my path. So I've never felt better with the people that I have around me. I was like, thanks, but no thanks. I think that if you get banned from our groups, we should just have a you can't come back policy. Because, you know, then I started second guessing myself. Like, I was so fast to block, right? And then I start to be like, oh, should I have not blocked this person? Don't second guess your intuition. That happens to me a lot around here where I get guided to block someone or remove someone. Don't second guess your intuition or the people that the universe is removing from your path. That's the thing, that the universe is removing our old lessons as we're completing them. So a lot of people want to go back, like back to the ex, back to how things were, back to maybe a better time. Have trust in the process, because, you know, as you're completing your lessons, and if they're found in people around you, then you should be moving on to different people, different lessons, different experiences. So we're going to have a lot of old lessons surfacing. This is not time to go backwards. This is a time that you can clear any karma, clear these experiences more. We need to do more clearing for the next year. We're at a place where humanity has reached a karmic impasse, and we have to clear any old karma furtherly. So a lot of times, I had someone on my Reiki wall, and they're like, the ex came back and they want me to go to lunch. A lot of times these people are coming back, not for your closure, but for their resolution. So sometimes you collide with old lessons, they come back to find you, they want to be friends again. Whatever it is, I always say that if you had a relationship and it went bad, don't go back. It will go a million times worse if you try it again. It's not your soulmate or your twin flame meant to be coming back for you. These are karmic lessons that we have to clear more. So, yes, with leveling up comes lessons. We're going to see a lot of entities. I could describe that as, when I was talking to this person this morning, I said I could only describe what I went through as, you know, I was attacked by entities through people with a low frequency that were around me. So sometimes there's a lot going on spiritually, and we need to let go of the people that are at a low frequency that aren't doing the same work. The universe is always protecting us too, so if something isn't working out or if you're getting blocked, you should know that you're being protected. I'm feeling extra quarantined with my Facebook ban. I'm always saying I'm already quarantined in my little groups and areas, but I'm feeling more of a quarantine kind of going up around me, and I had to realize that's for my protection, that my mission is always going to be very protected against these kind of things. I had to say that to that person, that I'm cool. It's cool. I don't care. I'm cool. I always land on my feet. The universe is going to protect us and our missions and what we're doing here. So more releasing. If old friends are coming back, it's not because they've changed, but you're changing fast. That's the thing. Your energy is changing every single day. So if you were already in a bad relationship where you weren't vibing, you're really not going to vibe now. That our energy is transforming so fast every day. So you guys have outgrown the people around you. I see a few people posting that they want to go home, as in this space. They don't like it here. They feel like they're not fitting in. We're not meant to fit into this world. Like his friend says, we're supposed to be creating another world, and we're not meant to be fitting in this world. So if you're feeling lonely, just know that you're clearing space. So it can feel lonely when you get rid of all your friends or the people around you. You're getting rid of the psycho boyfriends, whatever it is. You're clearing space. It can feel like that. But this time of the year is all about clearing space for the new that's going to come into our life in the spring. So we have to do a lot more clearing. We've been clearing out stuff in his house. Like he had a lot of clutter in his kitchen, and he like cleared it all out, clearing space. When I walk downstairs now, you can just feel the room is so much lighter. That energy just clearly is going to flow a lot more. If you have clutter everywhere, it's going to block the energy. So I would advise you guys to spend more time alone during retrograde, but also to do more like home cleaning projects. I gotta find the fag. Where is it? Did I get it? Oh, I got it. I got it. So yeah, use this to clean more space, clear more space out of your houses. We got to remember that your house is where you're living usually, okay? Usually you spend a lot of time in your house, especially if you're an empath. I know how people tend to be, right? So you're spending a lot of time in your house. Your house has a frequency too. It's going to be, you know, your paradigm, your reality, right? Where you're spending all your time. So more clearing out of garbage you're not using in your house, more spring clearing, more making sure that your house is reflective of your internal state. If your house is really chaotic and cluttered, it's going to show you how your energy is. It's going to kind of block your energy in a lot of ways. So more clearing out of the things that you're not using. We just went through this reality, and it's just like a dream. So we manifested every experience, every encounter that we had. And if you were anything like me, when I was asleep and creating, I didn't really like the experiences I was drawing to me. Sometimes the people, not so much either. And, you know, now I'm kind of getting a grip on my reality and creating one that I like. And so for me, the connections that I'm making are much more spiritual, much more divine as I'm going through this process and becoming a better person. I'm attracting better and better people to me. So more letting go of the old people around you and the lessons. We had to kind of progress to new lessons, and you keep on getting the same ones till you can master them. I told that person that the psycho ex-boyfriend wanted to go to lunch with them. I was like, if you're having this happen, you're meant to practice your new boundaries, right? Remember who you are. Just say no to toxic people, right? I would say, no, I'm not going to lunch with you. I think it's bad enough I'm emailing you. Whatever it is, use boundaries. Because like I said, toxic people have none. So if you have people coming back from the past, practice using boundaries and setting your own boundaries that you feel comfortable with. Don't allow these people into your reality that were bad for you on an energetic level ever. Hi, Jim. Yeah, more questions, please, because I don't really have a topic. I'm just talking about retrograde, what one likes and what one needs. I think that we're removing anything that isn't for our highest good right now. So for me, when I was going through my third dimensional ego experience, I had this set vision of what I wanted my life to look like, okay? Like I was gonna do this and this for a job. I was one of those little kids that when I was like 8 years old could tell you exactly my life plan and what I was gonna be when I grew up and things like that. So that clearly was not my path. I'm meant to be a healer and be learning a life of service right now. So I think that there's a difference between what we want to see with our life and putting that aside to kind of, you know, flow with that divine plan, that divine will of what the Creator wants of us. So we're realizing that what we wanted isn't always best for us, and that we don't always receive the things that we want. We more receive the things that we need that are good for us. This is just about letting go of anything that isn't for your highest good right now. Anything that's lowering your frequency. People are still affecting our frequency a lot. We need to learn how to master our frequency and not to let other people change how we're vibrating. So a lot of times if I collide with someone really toxic, I'm probably going to feel lower vibe after, whatever it is. We need to stop letting other people change our frequency ever, number one. That's very important for empaths, because if you're going out into the world and absorbing everyone else's frequency, it's not going to be good for you. So for me, I would just go be like out in the matrix and absorbing everyone else's vibration. I've learned how to set my own frequency and to kind of stay on that frequency. So number one, stop letting other people affect your energy, but anyone that isn't for your highest good right now is really being removed. It's important to remember that we're also teachers too. And so a lot of times, like I said, that people are surfacing from our past. It's not about us in closure. Hopefully we've done that. Hopefully we're done with our karma, right? But some other people that we learned with are in their own karma, and they collide with us again because the universe is giving them an opportunity to forgive and heal that karma. So sometimes it has a lot more to do with the other person's lessons than yours too when people resurface. This is about letting go of, you know, what I would want for my life, for the good of humanity, for the good of all right now. I think that when everyone can do that, we'll be at a good space when people care more about everyone else than their own egoic kind of needs and things like that, because we do see very real corporations that are poisoning humanity and things like that for a profit, and clearly they do not have, you know, what's good for everyone in mind. So when we can set aside our own service of self kind of needs for and become service to others in some regard, that's when we'll see this amazing transformation. So I was on a service of self path, as everyone was. It doesn't matter how much I would try to interfere with other people's lessons, save them, help them, right? Play hero on my journey. I think we all started out from a very service of self perspective, just because we were only seeing ourselves and our ego perspective. And now we're kind of, you know, expanding our consciousness and coming back to this perspective that we're all connected, we're all one. So we clearly all experienced that state of separateness, and then we're coming back to this unity right now. But it's important to remember that not everyone's at different places with their lessons here. So while we're on this ascension path and I'm creating my reality I like, it's getting better and better for me energetically, I'm doing all this inner work, not everyone's at that same place. That a lot of humanity hasn't even fallen yet, that they're still making that descent that we had to do and come back up from. People are telling me they're feeling frustrated because it's very hard to rebuild your life. You can't do it overnight, right? So we did this descent. Hopefully your life got ruined in the process because it was a crumbling of who you thought you were and what you wanted. So a lot of people are feeling like they're at ground zero. That's the best place to be. A lot of, like I said, most of humanity hasn't even fallen yet. So if you're feeling like, you know, your life kind of got wiped out, reset, whatever it is, that's a good place to be though. We had to let go of the old and the things that we didn't like in our reality to create something new. So a lot of people are too afraid to do this, or too afraid to let go, to run away, to leave whatever their journey is entailing them to do. So a lot of people have this fear about it. It's going to take some strength and some bravery to do this, to change your circumstances. A lot of people are just holding on to circumstances they don't really like, that they're not happy with, and they're kind of afraid to make that leap into the unknown. Caitlin, perfect timing. I will get you your certificate. Joanne needs hers anyway, so it's perfect timing. I didn't get your message because I'm Facebook banned. If you guys need me, just hit up my business page. I am still streaming, but I'm kind of not really on here so much. I've been vanquished to Instagram again. I was thinking I might go live on there this week just to try it out. I might do a live feed on there. So I'm vanquished. I'm in even smaller areas. I can't comment back to a lot of stuff. I'm counting down my Facebook ban. I'm talking to my friends about it on Instagram, and I'm like, I'm just trying to do love and light videos. Like I just want love and light feeds. I want everyone vibing, high vibe. We can, you know, do a little energy exchange, lift our vibes. I'm trying to do love and light vibes. I'm mainly talking about energy, astrology, manifesting, and Facebook does not like what I'm doing. Like, we knew that. They don't like it. I see a lot of light workers that get blocked around here just for sharing videos, posts. You wouldn't believe the amount of people I'm seeing banned right now. It's kind of crazy to me. Angels, they are all around us. Every person has many. We came with a lot of protection doing this. Don't think that this wasn't a hard journey, you know, conquering that darkness within us and all of this. So we came very protected. We all have angels around us, guides. If you raise your frequency, we can communicate with them better. So, you know, when we're at a really low frequency and we don't ask for help from our angels, they won't interfere because of free will. So I think we're getting to a place where we're learning how to ask for help. Hopefully, I'm always saying it in my videos, ask your angels, ask your guide, ask your galactic team, any entity you can dream up. Ask for their assistance as long as they're benevolent. I always make it clear, just because I see a lot of people channel negative entities, not trying to around here. I just make it clear, only benevolent entities that are willing to assist humanity I'm ready to work with. So make it clear, ask for more help from your guides and your angels. They're telepathically tuned in, so when our minds are a mess and we're thinking like negative thoughts all day long going through the matrix, it's kind of like it scrambles us as a channel, right? It's like we're not sending clear messages. We're all scrambled up. Negativity throws you off as a channel. So, you know, if you have like a lot of negative thinking patterns, it's going to clutter your mind so you're not able to kind of connect, you know, higher galactically. So make sure you guys are always just trying to stay as positive as you can all day long. That's what will change your reality, that when we're putting out negative thoughts, we just attract whatever we don't want to us, like on a loop. So all you have to do is think about good things, things you want, and stay positive, and the universe will do the rest. We have a lot of help in the unseen that people don't even realize, that all of our experiences and everything that we go through is very orchestrated with so much assistance. I always thought it was crazy because most people don't know you have to ask your angels for help, right? I just woke up, someone tells me this, and I'm like, what the fuck? Right? No wonder I felt all alone going through the matrix. But, you know, free will is a huge thing around here, that we have to be very respectful of people's free will as healers, too. I see a lot of people that are not. I see, I get to see all the fun stuff as I'm in these groups. So I see people that are posting spells where you could pay to put a spell on someone else. Those would be free will infringements. So we have to be very careful even healing people with free will here. That's why we're not allowed to interfere with other people's lessons. That's why we're not supposed to be saving people. We're supposed to be leading by example. We can't do other people's lessons for us. Non-interference. I see a lot of free will violations happening around here, and it's just kind of horrifying to me. It's really horrifying, the lack of respect for free will around here, with a lot of free will infringements happening right now. It's why we're needed as light workers in whatever capacity. Good morning, Heather. I've missed you guys. I feel like I'm in quarantined even more, right? I'm trying to enjoy my, you know, physical reality more. Yes, we need to, that's how we're going to do this, by setting clear free will boundaries too. I'm watching like this crazy sci-fi movie, and they put up like this force field around this like magic school, right? And I'm telling my husband, I'm like, that's what I put up around our house basically. I put up energetic boundaries. I put them up around our spaces and our groups too. So when someone violates them, you know, they're violating a free will. It's a free will infringement. It should be taken very seriously, but I see that a lot of clearly negative entities have no boundaries when it comes to free will and what's happening with humanity on whatever level. They need our consent for anything happening here. Anything they're doing with the government, poisoning humanity, they always need our consent and our free will. Yeah, they just assume it. If we ignore what's going on, it's called a complied consent. If we ignore the chemtrails and the things wrong with the world, it's called implied consent. They can just keep doing what they're doing. So they use implied consent, just, you know, assuming humanity's fine with whatever's happening when people really had no knowledge of it or understanding of it. So we see things going on like that. Like, you know what, if someone doesn't want to be healed and I really want to heal them, there's ways to get around that free will. And the dark know that too. So it's kind of like with healing. If someone doesn't want to be healed in this realm, then I could go heal them in the astral or the other realms where free will does not apply. And the dark know these same tricks. While we're trying to use the laws of the universe to heal humanity, they're really using them to enslave humanity. The same end of the spectrum. The same with soul contracts. I always say they're to liberate us, but they're using them to enslave and karmically entangle humanity on some level. These are the same things that this should be familiar too. Like we should all be familiar to each other, even though I know because of the ego and the empath and the narcissist drama that people are not remembering who we are, who each other are. There's a lot of amnesia here, but this should be really familiar because we came at the beginning of this cycle, our consciousness group, the Awake, and we taught these same things, and these are the things that were used to enslave humanity, the things that we were teaching people to liberate them. The dark took these teachings and they really used them to enslave people here. That's why we're here again and so entangled in this. We ourselves became very karmically entangled. We're just at a place at the end of the cycle where we liberated karmically. We were entangled with these people this whole cycle too. So this should all sound really familiar. It's what these governments were built on, these teachings. Good morning, Stacy. Hi. I wanted to get on here and say hi. I'm feeling kind of quarantined. I wanted to share some good energy. I'm feeling good. We're going to his mom's for their little Sunday roast. I got her a spiritual book. I'm bringing her Dolores Cannon, the Third Wave book. I don't have good ideas when it comes to books, but I was trying to find her some stuff that might wake her up. So maybe I'll put up a book post for recommendations for books to awaken people, because some people are still into that reading stuff. I'm not. I'm never reading a book again after I'm never ever reading a book again. I told my husband that. I mean it, because when I first woke up I had to read a lot. I had to go through a lot of healer training and I had to read so much shit so fast. I'm just never reading again, but she clearly needs books to wake her up. I gave her the Celestine Prophecy, and then she came back to me talking to me about auras and her dream experiences, so it was clearly good for her third eye. I'm trying, and then she was like, oh, but it's fake. I was like, no, it's real. It's a fake, it's a made up story, but it's real. It's about consciousness. So there was this kind of like, you know, separation because it was a fake book. So I got her a real life book the next time so she would understand, no, this stuff is real. Like, so I gave her another book about, it was like a medium experience where someone's like twin flame died and they continued their relationship from the other realm, and like it helped put this girl on her mission, and it was some kind of crazy story. I gave her that one. I'm bringing her Dolores Cannon, which might be a little too crazy for her because, you know, it's hypnosis and extraterrestrial kind of experiences. We shall see, but I have reason to believe she's the first wave. She's part of the first wave, so I gave her that book. So I'm gonna need some more books over here. Yeah, looking for book suggestions that are easy to read too. You know, we're dealing with someone older. They need, see, that's the thing about the Dolores Cannon. It might be a little too complex for her. I don't know. We'll see. I remember when I read a lot of Dolores Cannon stuff, a lot of Edgar Casey, and it can be complex channelings. The Law of One can be hard to read for some people. Like I can absorb it, I can read it, but some people had a hard time reading it. I know because I had to break it down for people before. So she's not really at a place for the Law of One, or I would give it to her. So, looking for book ideas. Brianni got new Sage Stick and Fairy cards. I love it. I can't wait to sage this house because they've been doing so much work on it, and I'm saging it tomorrow morning, and I'm so excited to sage too. Make sure you guys sage a lot during Mercury retrograde. Old energies are purging to the surface. Yeah, so in the new age, I had to go back to in comment questions. If you guys, I was gonna do like Ascension and answer feed. If you guys have Ascension questions, tell me how you're doing with these shifts, anything pertaining to your life. I would love to real quick while I'm on here answer questions. Yeah, so in the new age teachings, because there's a fine line between the things we're teaching and these kind of things. It's more like what we're teaching with some agenda. So with these new age teachings, they'll tell you to ignore everything negative. You know that don't focus on it. We know how reality works, but we don't want to keep ignoring this stuff, because when we were asleep, we were, and look where the world turned out. So we can't ignore the things happening that are bad with the world. You don't want to focus on them and be posting news posts all the time. But you know what? We need to use our voices to say no. Because we all have our own universe, our own reality. So in my reality, I make it real clear it's against my free will to be spraying chemtrails, to be poisoning my food or my water. So just make it really clear that it's not okay in your reality. So as long as people ignore it, this stuff will continue. It's kind of like that with healing. We can assume everyone wants healed. If I'm one with everyone and everyone is an aspect of me, that if someone says that they don't want to be healed, I can assume that they do and that I have permission. So it's really like the same with healing, right? But they just go around. If you're gonna put a spell on someone, it's against free will too. That you need someone's permission. You're not supposed to be practicing magic on people. You wouldn't believe the amount of light worker witches that have used magic on me on my mission. So it's against free will. You can't just go around using magic, healing people if they don't want it. We have to really be respectful of free will here.
Didn't some people hex that judge?
Yeah, they hexed me. The same witches probably that hex Trump all the time.
The judge?
The judge, they hex people. Yeah, I got hexed like 3. I'm quarantined because of witches. I probably got hexed like 3 times within the past 2 weeks again, but I say they need to go back to magic school. So, we should be using our abilities for defense, right? We shouldn't be using them offensively. You don't go around attacking people, but if someone's going to attack you, you should be using white light and protecting yourself. That we're not supposed to be harming people. We're supposed to be protecting and healing people. So protection's a big part of this. I have to do a lot of protection work with my groups because I have to be careful about the people that are in them around, you know, these people that are watching feeds and just scrolling down the posts. So I'm all about protection, protecting the people around me. We need to be offensive with our abilities. These people are using them in a very, I mean, we're supposed to be defensive with our abilities. They're being very offensive with them. They're using them to attack people. If you use your abilities to harm another person, you'll be polarized almost immediately. Edgar Casey was polarized, if that tells you anything. So, you know, you'll be polarized too. You'll lose any power that you have. You only get any power through serving others. That's why it's very important we're service of others. If you use Reiki to help someone, it's going to amplify your abilities. So you can use things like helping and assisting and light working and Reiki to really level up and amplify your power. If you're using them for the negative, if you're like attacking light workers, using magic on people, violating free will, you'll get polarized fast. So Edgar Casey, there's debate if he's reincarnated. You guys watch Gaia TV, right? Maybe he's David Wilcock. If he is, he still didn't have any powers this life coming back. So you think, oh, who cares? I get polarized. It's reincarnation. I'll just come back another life and get him. It took us a whole cycle to get our abilities back. We lost them in the beginning of the cycle. And this entire cycle, we had no abilities, no power. We're just getting them back for the first time in a very long time. So it's very important that you're using them responsibly. It took a whole cycle for us to get our magic back. You are not alone. So I see people having a hard time with the energy. That's me on any given storm too, right? It's very hard. This ascension's hard. You guys have an entire groups of empowered, awake light workers around you guys. The more sleeping people you clear off your Facebook page and get out of your life, the more awake people will come find you. You are not alone. There are many people that are awake on this planet right now, either on their missions or getting on them. The world is going to change with the type of products being offered too, that if everyone just suddenly doesn't want GMO garbage food, we're going to see more organic, vegetarian, vegan type options, things like that. Jessica, start using hemp products. I like to use hemp body wash and hemp products too. Cruelty-free products. Try hemp. It's amazing. It's really good for your skin. They could be making paper, free energy out of it, all sorts of amazing things. It grows very fast, so it's not bad for the environment. When we're using other type of products, it takes a lot of trees and things like that. Hi, Marsha. Trying to reconnect to my grid. Marsha's in charge. I hope you're posting a lot. I'm not allowed to. I'm banned. I was like, perfect. Some other people can step up and shine, right? Time to step up and shine. Ayahuasca, please. I had someone telling me they have a doctor. They manifested an awake doctor that does ayahuasca. And I told my husband that the world is awakening. That people are awakening. There will be woke doctors. I know it doesn't seem like it. There will be doctors, politicians awakening, people in all sorts of random places that you would never imagine. I put about healing chakras. It says to do more plant medicine. You take more plants for medicine. I don't know. I'm real into anything organic. I got my husband to take a weed gummy, and I know some people aren't into smoking it, but I could tell it worked because he had the munchies. It's working. Clearly had the munchies, but you know where I Reiki'd that too, so it will heal him. Weed has amazing potential along with a lot of other plants. That's why they're illegal, where it can actually heal and reverse the damages done to people's genetics and DNA. So you would see why weed is a huge threat around here when they're trying to keep everyone on 2 strands of DNA and damaged. It's going to play a huge part in this ascension. It's not a coincidence that weed is being legalized here now worldwide. It's going to happen worldwide, because if all of us, the awakened, are saying, sorry, in my reality, it's against my free will for you to have weed be illegal. Sorry, but thanks, but no thanks. I know the government, I'll say it again, my favorite speech, they've set up their little buildings and they have their world armies and they're playing control drama with the world. But, you know, we're co-creators here, and we're having this conscious experience, you know, as the universe living through us. And it's my understanding that in my reality, you know, weed isn't allowed to be made illegal. It's against my free will to be making plants illegal and denying me access to the medications I want. So all we have to do is say enough is enough. No. No. Just say no to evil. Say no to the government. Say no to what they're doing, and things will change fast around here. So people don't realize that. We've been led to believe that the only power we have is through voting. You know, if you want to change the government, go vote, right? It won't work. So we can take back our power by just simply saying, no, it's not okay what you're doing. And I always say that we are much more powerful than the elite ever, because you have to have spiritual purity to be powerful. So these are weak, pathetic, negative entities playing control drama with the world. We're much more powerful here, standing in our truth. Trust me on that. They have no power. They have to take humanity's power. That's where they get it from their television programs, fake news. They have no power. If people would stop giving it away to them and watching their drama, then things would probably change really fast around here too. People are afraid they will have a bad experience on shrooms. Nicola tried them for the first time. I was telling my husband's friend that you're going to see, just like reality, whatever lies underneath, right? So if you're at a dark place on your journey, you're probably going to have a shitty trip, and you're probably going to see more of that darkness reflected back of yourself, right? It's just like a mirror. So, you know, for me, doing mushrooms is much more shamanic now than if I was in high school trying to get high with my friends or whatever. I always say that you'll probably have an amazing time because we're enlightened now. So when you play with psychedelics, you're going to be seeing whatever's really there within yourself. So once you're in the light, you're probably going to have some enlightened, tripping, amazing experiences. Whatever it is, there's a lot of research showing that they're really good for healing depression and PTSD and things like that. Probably mushrooms were brought from space, like the weed, to heal humanity. Things brought here to heal us. There's a lot of other things that are illegal too, like it's hard to get vitamins in the UK, that they have certain vitamin Bs that are illegal here that cure cancer and things like that. So there is a war on, you know, holistic stuff and vitamins. Bye, Brianni. Hi, Sarah. Good. I'm sending you guys lots of love. I wanted to do a quick vibe. If you're having, you know what, shrooms are really healing too. Yep, if you had a bad trip, you probably were meant to see that. I feel that mushrooms bring up unhealed aspects of ourselves too, that they're always very healing for me too. I always release a lot on them. I usually see like a lot of things I wouldn't normally be thinking about, new perspectives, but I always come back with my consciousness for sure expanded. We're on a trip now, whether people, life is a trip, whether people realize it or not. Stick to natural things. Anything synthetic is bad. If it's made in a lab, don't put it in your body. So stay away from anything synthetic. That goes for foods too. I see a lot of people doing them around our movements, and I had to explain to my husband's friend that people are very judgmental about the weed around here. This is the spiritual communities I've been working in a while, right? I've been going live, doing my mission for a while, and people tend to be very judgmental about just the weed, let alone posting about shrooms on the walls. People are like, you wouldn't believe the comments, the things people say, right? So, life is a trip anyway. Why not throw some psychedelics in it? I received so much information about myself in California doing psychedelics. It wasn't anything that I would have planned to do. It just kind of got put in my path. And I don't know, it really helped expand my perspective about myself. I learned a lot of information. I always tell people to meditate on them, that you'll have better visuals if you close your eye and are using your third eye. And so a lot of people take them and they're like, oh, I wasn't really having a lot of visuals. If you close your eyes and meditate, like put some binaural beats on, take them, meditate, go within, you'll like get so much more downloads, so much more information. You'll have way more visuals too. So I like to take them to meditate. There's lots of things that are meditative though, but it really does show that it lights up the same areas of your brain as doing like a 10-hour meditation. So it's going to be really good for you. Oh my God, the UK is against everything. For being on the heart chakra, you would think everyone would have an amazing heart chakra living here. It's kind of like America where everyone's root chakra is fucked. And you would think it would be really good with the energy, you know, this crazy, powerful, natural energy, but it's the opposite. Probably every person in this country has had a blocked heart chakra at some point in time. So you see that a lot of these ley lines have been taken over by the negative. And there's a lot of energetic dynamics at play. That is why we have unplugged from that old consciousness grid. And me and you and every person on this feed have become fractals in a new grid. We're forming new grids of our own. So clearly the consciousness grid was hijacked for humanity. And now we're becoming a new grid through our own energy. The more you're awakening, you should feel more and more energetic, because when we wake up and we plug into that new grid, we're sharing energy, we're exchanging energy. Energy is being sent to us through that grid too. If you're not happy, it's time to shift your reality. Like seriously, you really can. It takes work. We're working anyway. We're working all the time anyway, whether people realize it or not. So we have our next full moon will be in Gemini. This month is about the mental aspect that a lot of people are probably feeling like you don't want to be around people too. If you're anything like me, I'm just feeling like I'll take advantage of my quarantine and avoid people. Spend more time alone, spend more time reflecting with this energy. We're meant to see everything going awful in our lives right now. That this should be shining a light on anything not working for us to clear. So, it's time to clear this stuff. Yeah, the UK is against everything. There's no weed or fun allowed on the island. People are much too serious here. For having all that fairy genetics, people are so serious here. Sending you crazy love, Cheryl. I'm reading the comments. So, intent is anything, especially with smoking weed or doing shrooms or anything that you're doing. Intend to use plants to heal you when you're doing them, right? Our intent is everything. If you're doing them to get high, it's going to have a different effect on you than if you're doing them like in a shamanic healing type of way. So I always intend to be smoking to heal myself. I always intend to be doing plants to, you know, see more of consciousness. Intent is everything. Reiki or weed. Reiki it to activate you. Just put your intent into it. Reiki your weed too. It's crystals. So just like your regular crystals you guys are playing with, you can program it for any intent that you want, any purpose you want. So program your weed to be healing you. They are programmable crystals. So, you know, you could program weed to heal cancer, to heal, you know, old past problems, past life stuff, whatever it is, to activate you. It's really powerful. It's potential for healing. Hi, Angela. I've been missing you guys. Tell Vanessa I miss her too, but I'm Facebook banned, or I'd tell her myself. Just living the dream. Living the dream. I got reported for that picture up there too. In one of our friends' groups, so I probably know who reported me. But that was my first warning. This picture on an old video, a real old video from when I first got here, and it was my first warning like 2 weeks ago. And then I got warned again and I got banned. Facebook is not liking my videos and memes lately. Hi, Marianne. Good morning. I'm hanging out. My husband's painting. We're doing major, he's doing major renovations. It's looking really, really good too. I can't wait till it's done. I have these summer plans here. I'm dreaming up Stonehenge again, right? I was checking my Instagram messages and someone, I probably hadn't checked them since I went to Stonehenge, and someone was talking to me about it, and the energy outside feels the same as at Stonehenge here with these ley lines and how crazy it feels every storm. It's very windy here too. Like, I think they're just used to it because they've lived here their whole lives, but it's very, very windy on this island. So, I'm manifesting Stonehenge. I had something similar happen too, where I had this naked chick picture with angel wings that my friend had painted for me, and I loved it. It was like so nice, and a couple years ago I had it in the background, and I got flagged and my video deleted for nudity. For nudity. It is painted art. Get over it. Just get over it, right? So, we're going to raise our vibes. I'm dreaming about Stonehenge. I can't wait for this summer. You guys should be thinking about what you want to do with your spring and summer when it gets warm out. And you guys could be voyaging, traveling. It might seem unrealistic. You really can be doing whatever you want. We got to get rid of these limitations. Usually money. Usually money, right? What better way to enslave humanity than to print a bunch of fake money and convince everyone they can never do anything without it, and then just make it so people are always broke. So we need to, this Mercury retrograde is also, I'm going to put out the storm hit list. I'll probably just pull it up. Allison's at Disney World Land, so we're kind of slow, but she's going to make me a storm hit list meme, and I did astrology for every sign, and a lot of this retrograde is bringing up money. Our relationship with it. How are you spending your money? Are you good with money yet? You might need to be to do this mission at some point. I knew that about my mission, that I had to be really good with money to be able to do this crazy, insane mission. So we need to heal our relationship with money and how we're letting it block us and our perspective about it. Time to heal it. Money is an energy. We should become masters of energy again at a certain point, right? So it's always horrifying to me to see money issues still with the elite and everything going on with money. Time to heal these relationships. Someone said something about like, money's like a relationship that you're in, right? How are you being treated with it? Are you in a good relationship? Are you in a bad relationship with it? How is it? It's kind of like having a boyfriend or girlfriend. How is your relationship with money? Because in the third dimension, we were convinced that we would never have any and we would always be sick. Those are like the two things. You're going to be broke and sick. And so we really had this negative perspective with it, and we really limited ourselves. So it's time to heal any problems with money going on. We had to get back to flowing, giving and receiving, manifesting abundance, hella cash. So it's time to heal our relationships. If you guys are having problems with money, a lot of times I would have friends that every storm would come and they would be like, I'm broke, my bills are due, and they're just really making it worse for themselves. If you guys are having problems, welcome to the real world. Start to change the thoughts that you're putting out about money. Instead of I never have any, I'm hella broke, start to put out I'm getting hella cash vibes, money is coming to me, I have abundant now. Be grateful for what you have. It will help attract more money to you. So time to rewire the way we think about money, and that goes for like every sign with this retrograde, that, you know, things are coming to the surface about that. We're blocking ourselves because, you know, I say, where are you going to travel to next summer? And everyone automatically thinks I can't go anywhere, I'm broke. So that's our problem. So we need to start daydreaming about anything we would do. Like if you had this opportunity to create your dream life, your dream experience, start to dream up what you would do. If it was just like a dream and everything went just perfect the way you wanted, start to think about those outcomes, those probabilities, because we're always thinking, you know, I never have any money, I'm never going anywhere. I'm just stuck, whatever it is. So time to dream bigger and to get money out of the equation. If you put out the vibes that you want to go somewhere, the universe will send the money to make sure it happens. So we always mess the process up. We just think I'm never going anywhere, and then we just stay put. So time to think about taking your dream vacation this summer. Time to think about where would you voyage to if you could go anywhere. It might seem unrealistic right now. Keep putting the vibes out. The universe will send you the cash so that you can do it in some capacity. So I've been getting pretty good at manifesting in my own life. I have to be, right? So I'm getting pretty good at it. I'm supposed to be teaching manifesting. It's what I do here. I'm a manifesting generator. So I generate energy. I can make infinite energy, create it or harness it as long as I'm not tired. So it's important that the people that are manifestors or healers are taking very good care of your energy, that you can't be overtired to be at your full capability. The manifestors need to be very careful. Like any Pisces, always manifestors, right? Certain signs you can tell too what your role is. You need to be very careful about the thoughts that you're having too, because not everyone is, you know, connected and creating the new earth. The manifestors are. So I'm not like everyone else. I can't be watching low vibe news videos. I have to be very careful about what I'm putting into my consciousness and my subconscious all the time, because I'm trying to help create things here. So we should be trying to manifest all the time, whether it's stupid vitamins you need, crystals, weed, whatever it is. Always just be trying to put out vibrations for things that you want or need or are trying to create. Yep, time to heal this money equation. We're energy masters. There's a disparity with cash. They just printed out. It would make you throw up if you saw the elite's budget and how much cash they go through for their house of cards. We're energy masters. We're here to rebalance the energy and restore, you know, order here energetically. Money is an energy. We see a lot of the problem is that that's people at the top keep all the cash and the people at the bottom are getting broker and broker. So this is something that will be part of our missions to kind of restore things energetically around here. We're energy masters. We should be able to easily draw to us anything material, anything energetic, people, money, whatever it is. So we have to kind of practice with this. The more money you're getting in your reality, the less the elite are getting. It's coming from somewhere. So if you guys start to manifest more abundance, guess what? The elite are going to be broker. That money has to come from somewhere, right? So stay focused on manifesting, drawing more cash to you. It is an energy, things to work on with this retrograde. I think retrogrades, you might feel crappy anyway, like whatever. They're really good for work too. So if you guys are, you know, really focused on your missions or your job, use this energy to work and get things done. Like I said, it's not a good idea to take on new projects. You guys should be completing the old ones. Things that you guys have not finished, take a look at projects you're currently working on. Where are you at with them? Time to wrap them up or move on to new ones. I know, I'm sending you crazy love, Stacey. I'm still on here, I'm just ranting, but we need to energetically rebalance this place. I see big problems with cash. So, law of attraction is real. It is. Like, it really is real. But people forget main components when they're selling The Secret and these other kind of like, you know, here's our equation for the law of attraction and how it works. They're forgetting that you need love to be creating anything. So that's kind of like a default switch. So the elite can't torture us. So when they're trying to manifest evil things, they don't work. So make sure that your manifestations are for the good of humanity. The ones that are harming humanity, as you know, are going to be shot down. They aren't going to work. So people forget that you need love to manifest. You need love to create. For the people that are in relationships, if you are not in alignment with your partner, it will really affect your manifesting. If you're in a relationship and you're in love and vibing and getting along good, you'll be manifesting so much better. So retrograde is the perfect time to take a look at your relationships and how they're affecting you and your manifesting in your life too. I'm going to see a lot of breakups. I can't wait. I'm going live in the Galactic Empath group, probably with weed just to shock everyone. And we're going to talk about how so many of the healers are in that empath victim mode where they're dealing with bad relationships, letting people walk all over them, zero boundaries, things like that. So hopefully we're going to see a ton of breakups. If you're in a toxic relationship, it's time to let go. Let go or be dragged. So time to finish projects. Time to wrap up shitty relationships. You guys just had Venus retrograde. It should have shown you your relationship. Some people are like, oh my God, my twin flames come back. No, that's retrograde. That's not your flame. Get rid of them. They're like, it's divine. He's back. The runner. Well, there's a lot of misinformation with twin flames. You guys know that that was part of my mission, that label, and a huge part of it, and it still is. There's a lot of misinformation. If your twin flame is a runner, they're not your flame. We'll just say that. That there's no way in hell you would meet that divine counterpart and that they would run. You would lay eyes on each other and never leave each other because it's so profound. So I see a lot of people, my twin flame is running, they're ignoring me, they had sex with me last week and they're not calling back. Whatever it is, let go of these labels or the things enslaving people in bad relationships too, because, you know, all relationships should seem real familiar. We have been learning with the same people kind of on a loop for a long time, so there's a soul recognition between the bad relationships too. Time to let go of anything not serving you. Sending crazy love. I had to smash those labels before I could go into my like divine union, call it what you want, right? I had to go through this phase where I was like, okay, now you're getting ready to break down all the labels that you've been using. I think people are at a good place that we can kind of start to smash down these labels. Everyone wants to label love, right? And those are the things that hold people together a lot of times. So just use discernment with your love life. It's the #1 way people are manipulated. You can't convince me that the empath narcissist love bite situation was an orchestrated, strategic, targeted attack on us as healers. In whatever regard, use discernment with the people around you. Good morning, Erin. I'm about to get off of here, but I had to send you guys some good energy. I'm going to be back live tomorrow doing real feeds. Try to let go of labels. They limit us. If I just think I'm an indigo, I can't play rainbow aura, right? So try to let go of the labels. We've had many experiences, and this is the most important one. We're continually recreating ourselves. There's a reason we can't remember our past lives either. We're supposed to be having a new experience. I'm sending you crazy love, Lynn. Yeah, and reassess your living situations too. Yeah, toxic roommates, toxic people you live with can be just as bad as a bad relationship. We don't understand that. It's really going to affect you, the people that you're living with too. So Mercury retrograde is a great time to assess any relationships around you, where you're living. I'm expecting a lot of people to be, like I said, having these breakups and moving off of their timelines into new environments that are more in alignment with who they are as light workers. Time to let go of toxic roommates, toxic partners, toxic employers. That's where I was going next. I see so many people with these control dramas where, you know, it's just any way to take our power and our energy so that we don't have the energy we need to help heal humanity. We need a lot of energy as light workers. So I see a lot of control drama jobs too, where people are very unhappy with their jobs and they're draining to them. If your job is draining you, it's time to think about getting a new one. I say people should be manifesting woke bosses, woke employers, better working environments that you can deal with energetically. So, you don't find love till you're okay being by yourself. I see the #1 thing that the empaths do is they will manifest someone to come save them. They're trying to manifest their Prince Charming to come save them and fix their life, and then they get the psychopath entity narcissist. So we need to be okay with being by ourselves. We have to do all of our lessons by ourselves. As much as we want to, you know, partner up and learn with other people, they can't do our lessons for us ever. Doing shadow work, good, but don't stay in the shadow. I was using my abilities to do a lot of past life healing for our consciousness group. I was digging around the Akashic and my past lives and things like that, and kind of for like a month period, and I did a lot of past life healing, not just on myself but on our collective soul group. And I got to a place where I was advised to focus on the light. That it's not really going to do us much good to be focusing on the negative events that we went through other than reliving them and re-imprinting ourselves. And we need to understand that as much as we're going to heal, all of our experiences have imprinted us and made us who we are too. Try to stay out of the shadow of humanity, right? We can look at that as the darkness, the ego. Try to step past duality too. A lot of times we see people as good or bad based on whatever's going on with us. Focus on the light though. Like really focus on the light. I feel like that when we're always trying to heal the past, we're looking backwards, and we really just need to stay focused on what we're creating. So if we're thinking about old traumas, we're putting out vibrations for that. And it's never great. Try to stay focused on the light and the future of humanity. That's what I was advised on my path, that I had done enough of this kind of work, and that I should really stay focused when I'm teaching and what I'm doing on the light and where we're headed in the future of humanity. I see a lot of emphasis on shadow healing. Make sure that it's good for you, the things that you're doing, that it's making you feel better and not worse too. So, while we want to heal ourselves and explore that shadow and kind of transmute it, try to stay focused on your good qualities. We have so many memories any given day, and it's amazing to me how we store away the negative ones or the negative experiences when you've had billions of seconds of every day. And you know, if you think about yesterday, you had so many memories that you could pick from, and we usually store away the negative ones or the ones that we don't want to think about again. So more releasing, more letting this stuff go. You know, there's supposed to be love and divinity found in every given moment of every day. We came here and we were not only taught hard lessons, we taught hard lessons to other people too. You need to remember we're teachers, and the universe has been using us our whole journey, even asleep. And it's so much part of the big picture. Hi Tony, I'm sending love. I've been on here a minute. I'm just kind of ranting. We're talking about staying focused on the light. Yes, there's a lot of negativity occurring around us. We need to stay really focused on the light, manifesting, healing, anything creating. Anything. Time to get a grip on our mental aspect and the way that we're perceiving ourselves and our experiences as well. Everything went perfect in your past, exactly as planned too. A lot of people look back on, I wish I would have done this differently, I wish this didn't happen. Trust your path and where it's leading. Let's see. So, we're talking about getting rid of people that are no longer serving us. I feel that you can outgrow your lessons really fast around here. If you're doing the inner work and you're leveling up, you can really tend to outgrow your lessons and the people around you really fast. Like, you can only learn so much. Learning with certain people. Time to take a deeper look at the relationships around you. Hi Linda, sending you crazy love. Stay focused on the positive. I could look at negative things. If you saw my inbox, you would understand, right? I'm sure that there are negative things that I could find every day with my mission and the work I do and things like that. So stay focused on the positive and the good things that are happening for you. A lot of people get blocked manifesting too because they're focused on the things that are going bad. I'm broke. I never have anything. I'm not, or whatever they do, right? I'm broke. Life sucks. Everything's going wrong all the time. And that's what they continually keep creating on whatever level. So stay focused on the positive. Be grateful for the things that are going good, the little things. Everyone went through conquering their own darkness to become enlightened. That I'm always saying that a lot of light workers picked very hard paths because we level up faster that way. So the deeper that you went within your own subconscious consciousness, you know, the more that you're going to level up, the higher up that you're going to ascend. So we kind of had hard paths. But like I said, there's people on this planet that haven't even begun to fall yet and do that process. So while we're emerging and we're, you know, coming back to the light and oneness and things like that, this is a third dimensional planet. And most of the people on it are not waking up because they're very karmically entangled here. And people are at different places. So whatever you had a hard time going through, that's going to be part of who your mission is too. Whatever lesson sucked for you, whatever you've conquered, whatever you went through, it's going to give people strength that are just going through these experiences on some level. So we're leveling up. We're getting activated. We're getting upgraded. That comes with lessons. And it's a good idea to pass your lesson and move on to the next one. We want to level up around here. You want to get through Earth School, right? You don't want to stay on kindergarten on the baby lessons forever. Start to do more letting go of the people around you that you're not vibing with. More letting go. Your lessons are found in everyone around you. So when people are hanging on to people from 10, 20 years ago, you know, you're holding on to your lessons. Sending you crazy love, Tony, on Facebook Band. I'm on Instagram. I started hashtagging my photos, though, so that now I'm getting follows and people are finding me. I might try to go live on there this week for fun and see how it goes. Go try some new things, right? So I'm on Instagram. It's awful. It's awful. Vanquish to Instagram. It's awful, but hey, I'm finding new people. Flooding Instagram. I organized my business page photos. It took like 6 hours yesterday, so I'm keeping busy. Just organizing my business page photos. I put them all in little albums, you know, categorized. I did that, so I've been keeping busy. I'm not helping him paint. I can't get involved in other people's lessons. I have discernment, and he's trying to make me paint. Yeah, I have my own lessons going on right here. I will be observing from far away. Yes, everyone wants to always think that, you know, their partners can do their lessons for them. It doesn't work like that. I'm supposed to be practicing non-interference.
We're painting the bloody house, it's not a mission to save humanity.
I want to paint chakra art, though, in the other room. I want to get some, I do want to paint, but I don't want to paint windows. I want to paint some chakra art. I'm really excited to do it. I got color pencils finally. I was trying to draw and then like use the Sharpies to color, and it was not working out good. I got some colored pencils. I'm real excited about that. I'm manifesting over here just little things that make me happy. I want to, for sure, when we're done with the house, get some kind of crazy paint project going in the other room. I'm real excited about it. So Tony, the windows are looking good. He's almost done painting the bedroom ones. They've been doing like, he's been working, yeah, been working every single day, like from morning till night on the house. It's coming along really good. I have these plans for outside where I want to get another pyramid, but I want a teepee one. I couldn't find a cover that would fit on mine, and they have ones that are like covered, and they're kind of like these teepee tent pyramids. I want to put one outside. He says he might want to build some kind of thing out there. We're real excited about the improvements he's making around here, because he had all that shit in his kitchen when you were here, and he cleared it all out and got rid of it, and now the kitchen is like so much lighter energy. It flows. You can just tell when you walk through the room that it's so much better. I'm real excited about that. Spring cleaning. Time to spring clean your house. Try to get rid of some of the stuff that you're not using. It'll really change the energy and bring up the vibe of your house. So I'm excited. I'm ready for spring. I'm ready to go play at Stonehenge again now. Like, I'm ready. I hope you're ready, Tony. I think I'm going to go like in the spring and summer. So I'm going to do the June one, but I'm definitely going back in the spring. I could care less if anyone wants to go. I'm going. If I went on a train by myself and did it, I can do this. So I'm definitely going to Stonehenge. Things to think about. I can't wait. It'll be a lot better. I'm bringing warmer clothes. I ordered a red velvet cape thing too to play with last week, like a better one. I don't like the one I got. So I got like a red velvet kind of cape like the Druids too. I'm real excited about it. So I'm ready to like get outside. I'm ready for it to warm up here already, and for it to be spring and summer, and we can go play outside. Start to think about what you guys want to do in the spring and summer. It's when we bring the most manifestations into our lives. You guys see a lot of changes happen usually. So we're in this period of hibernation, clearing, reflecting, getting rid of the old. Start to really think about, you know, if you guys could do whatever you wanted. Remember, you guys just got £1 million in your bank account. What would you do when you're to create your dream life? Start to think like that. Like if you had infinite money, what would you really be doing with your life? I'm sure it would look much differently, and start to think about putting out those kind of manifestations. Yeah, you wouldn't be at Prison Planet doing this. You would be on your mission in Tibet, or checking out South America, or doing ayahuasca somewhere. Come on. Like, come on. If I had £1 million in my bank account, I would probably pay for my fucking visa, and I would get out of here and go to explore the world or do something fun. So we're letting money gauge our happiness, limit us in every way. Start to think about where you would go for your dream vacation this summer, because I'm telling you, the universe will make it happen. I felt like I was never going to the UK. My friends just thought I was crazy again. Everyone just thinks I'm crazy the second I get these fabulous ideas on video. Everyone's just thinking I'm crazy. It felt like I was never leaving the day before. I got my ticket like the day before I came here. I felt like I was never going to do it. Trust me, the universe will align and make it happen if you really want to do it. The universe wants to have fun experiences through us. And guess what? Consciousness needs an avatar. It needs us to experience itself, right? So it really just wants to be creating like the dream life, blissful experiences. Start to think about your dream vacations. 2 months cigarette free. Linda, you get a medal. We know what we need to do. We know the things that are weighing down our vibration. You guys know that you can get rid of a bad habit in 21 days. I think that's amazing. A lot of people try to quit smoking and they try to replace it with something else negative, like let's go get a negative nicotine patch. Let's go get a vape. And they try to replace it with a negative habit. You can't replace something negative with another negative habit. You should replace a negative habit with something positive. So if you're smoking, start to juice, start to work out, start to go running, do something positive, yoga, whatever it is. So don't replace negative habits with another bad habit. Try to add something positive in there. Think about the hella cash you're gonna save. Cigarettes in America are expensive, right? Think about all the hella cash you'll save. That's motive enough for me to change. I told my husband I'm very into numbers, so I get out the calculator and I calculate how much money I'm gonna spend on weed in the next year. And I start to crunch numbers, right? Get the calculator out. Figure out how much money that you will be saving smoking cigarettes, and it's hella cash. There's your European vacation right there. Stonehenge, you're going. Just start to think like that. So, you know, bad habits cost hella cash usually. Look at booze, cigarettes, GMO food, awful habit, hella cash. Start to get rid of the bad habits, you'll save hella cash. You'll vibrate so much higher that you'll be manifesting more hella cash on top of the saving the hella cash. So you'll save so much money. Where's my Saturn? I have no idea. Would you like to do my astrology? I'm a weird mix of stars. You can see when I'm into astrology enough to have a good understanding of it, because I do like energy reports and I do astrology, but I can't read like the real, like when people show me the chart part, I can't read it like that. I use it more for like Akashic access. But if you look at my husband's astrology and my chart like side by side, you can see that we're, you know, all of our elements are so compatible. The way that they're laid out is kind of mind-blowing to me. I love it. I could tell. I always had to do everyone's astrology around me and look at their chart, and I had to look at his numerology and blood type. Right? To assess his situation. So, you know, astrology is a really good tool to tell if you're compatible with other people and things like that. But I'm a kind of a weird mix of stars. I have a lot of real strong elements, and then I have a lot of Libra holding me together like him. No idea. I would love to know it. We're gonna put him on the, I'm gonna put the chart on the wall. I'm real into astrology, so I love it. I was gonna ask someone in this astrology group, but I'm banned because they were like talking about, I forget, something else. Who knows? I have triple Taurus though, so I'm very hard to move, I always say. I'm almost impossible to move. I'm not gonna move out of the way of my groups or whatever it is. I'm just hard to move. So I'm manifesting Stonehenge. We want you to come play with us. In fact, we were going to do a castle retreat, which I really could have made work, but it would have cost too much money for the other people doing it. So we're going to go to Stonehenge, which was virtually no cash. Much more economical for people living in Prison Planet. So I'm really excited to go to Stonehenge. If you guys want to go either spring or summer solstice, come find me. I'm going. I would love to hang out off of Facebook. It's like everything to me to get off of Facebook. So it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. Like, I'm already like ready for it. So excited. Come play at Stonehenge. Why not? I like to use my mission to take advantage of traveling and meeting other people too, because I, you know, through my mission I can do a lot more. So take advantage of being a light worker. Go visit your light worker friends in exotic places. Get out, see the world. That's a really good way to cheaply travel. If you have someone that you can stay with in another country, it really can make things a lot cheaper. We have people worldwide making this beautiful grid around us. Get out, go visit. So I'm doing Stonehenge. It feels amazing, the energy on this island. Top reasons you should go to sacred sites. It will change your energy permanently. As light workers, we tend to end up opening up portals in these areas as well. Sometimes we don't realize what the universe has us doing. If you go around a lot of these ley line energy areas, you know, natives would talk about how it does things to the body. It will completely heal your energy field. It'll really help you level up energetically. You're going to leave much different than when you went there. It's going to permanently alter your energy in a really, really good way. So for me, if I wanted, I could only level up so much in the US. I had to get out and explore and voyage and try to level up more. To me, coming to a different type of energy has had really powerful effects on my body, healing and things like that. This energy will really purge out anything of a lower frequency, because it's so high vibe that when you're getting blasted with high frequency energy, then it's going to purge out any lower energies. And any of the galactic or cosmic energies hitting this planet hit the UK first, and then that energy is distributed worldwide. So it's very powerful energetically here. Like I said, I know Tony can tell you that she was here during a space storm. The energy outside pretty much felt like Stonehenge. When we were walking to that diner, it was cold as fuck and windy as fuck, just like Stonehenge. So it really doesn't feel too much different here. Clearly there's the rocks, and it adds an amazing element to that energy. But outside, I still have good access to that ley line energy here all the time. It's really good for healing my own heart chakra, like, because I'm on these heart chakra frequencies. But those sacred sites really affect you so much energetically. So my husband's friend was on Facebook, and he showed me that they did a military type of event at Stonehenge on 9/11. Go figure, right, Tony? So they had the military there, and they were doing some kind of thing, some kind of elite function, right? And I was like, oh, go figure, it's 9/11, the portal's open, right? So they really use those rocks, know what they're doing with them. I'm real excited to go back and explore though, because it was raining so bad when we were there. I couldn't take a lot of pictures. It was like I would pull my phone out and it would just ruin my phone, like instant water. So I'm excited to go back. I want to do a real live feed there, like just a fast one. I'm real excited. Things I'm manifesting. Someone's going to the UK. I want to go travel everywhere. Like open to ideas. I'm working on getting a new passport. Things we're going to work on this week. We're going to go get the form. Things I'm working on. And then I'm going to travel. I can't wait. I like have some places I want to check out. Your bucket list. What would you be doing if you had that £1 million in your bank account, right? You would probably go voyage. So I can't wait. I'm excited. Summer solstice. I'm going spring and summer solstice, whenever that is. Hopefully the spring one's fast. Is it spring yet? I would go now. It's too cold. It was too cold when we went in the fall, just to let you know. So I'd rather do spring and summer. So it really will help you, that kind of energy. I always get put in crazy energy areas anyway. When I was in California, I was in a pretty crazy energy area. And now here I am too, because I'm channeling out energy. That's like my job. So I always get put in the weird ley line areas too. I noticed. Hi Tori, I'm getting off of here, but I had to send you guys some love. I'm feeling quarantined. I'm feeling like locked in a box. I always say that I'm like the tiger pasting the cage, ready to get out too, when they do this to me, when Facebook bans me. The tiger, I'm ready to get out. And when they let me out of that cage, watch out. Because I'm going to be rested up for a month on all new levels. I'm already like, everyone's like, just take a vacation. I was like, I just took a week off when I got married. Like, I just got back from vacation. I don't need a vacation. I'm well rested. I'm charged up. It's not that. So they better watch out. All they ever do when they ban me is make me real strong energetically. So, yeah, I want to go to Scotland too. I definitely want to go there. I saw Ireland too the second Nicola showed me a picture. I was like, I'm going there. It looks really nice in the summer and the spring. I want to get out. I want to travel more. I want to see the world. Goals. I'll be doing activations in Spain soon. I can't wait. When the Spain activations are coming, that will be my first excursion. I'm real excited about it. I like to go check out different, you know, the energy's different in different places. Everyone has their own enslavement program too. So this enslavement program in the UK is much different than the one I'm coming from in the US. Everyone kind of has their own containment kind of, you know, programs running. So different countries are different. You can really learn a lot though, being around different cultures. So for sure, we need to travel. Sorry, I said this when I was in California. You guys should get your passport, because if certain factions of my friends had their passport, things would have went different. So make sure you guys have a passport too. It opens you up to be able to travel. If you have a passport at home, the universe might kind of hook it up so you can go somewhere crazy in the world. Make sure you guys get a passport. I think all the light workers just need one. Like, just make sure that you have one. So I'm getting off of here. Get passports. We need to travel more. We need to get out. We need to create our dream reality. So what I tend to do is I start to think about, like, I think things are going to go like this, and they'll probably fuck me with my paperwork. The UK will probably fuck me. And I had to take a step back and be like, no, what would you do if you had everything just work out the way you wanted it? Well, I would just get my new passport. I'm going to go travel and visit Tony, and I'm going to try to get out and see the world. So I'm trying to picture if everything just went right. So we tend to think, oh, this could go wrong, and we create it. So just stay really positive about what you're trying to manifest. I think for homework, everyone should think about, where would you go? Maybe put some travel pictures on the wall. When I was coming to the UK, all I had to do to make it happen was post a ton of UK flags everywhere and post saying I was going to the UK, and the universe made it happen. So start to, like, go get some pictures of your dream vacation, where you would go, and start to put them on the wall. Start to post about it, because the universe will make it happen. It might seem over the top and ridiculous, but trust me, we're talking about a conscious energy that is able to orchestrate every person's lessons on this planet in perfect synchronicity, perfect divine alignment in every way. So this is a powerful energy capable of anything. Like, the things I've been doing on my mission would have been impossible to me. I couldn't really understand with my limited mind. It's time that we unlimit ourselves and realize that we can create anything we want here. All we have to do is stay positive about it, and the universe will do all the work for us. So we just have to do our part. Stay high vibes, stay positive, and put out the vibes for what you want. The universe will make it happen. So start to think about your dream vacation. Start daydreaming about it. It'll really open up your reality, you know, move new experiences to you. Love and light. I'll be back tomorrow.